Dinner for shoes, please. Hello. Welcome to another holiday episode of Dinner for Shoes. I can't see you there. Can you see me? All right. No, this is a New Year's episode. I promised you we were going to have a New Year's episode, and we are. This is not the shoe I'm wearing on New Year's. These are like go-go boot covered in rhinestone stiletto boots that I once thought, I was like, oh, this would be a perfect New Year's boot. I'm going to wear these on New Year's. I'm never going to wear these on New Year's. So they stay underneath my bed down yonder with the Dust Bunnies, Kit and Trish, and they stay uncovered, and they're from Lulus, and I actually like them. And you know what? I did try them on before this episode, and they aren't horrid. I would wear them. They just don't really go with any of my outfit options, which one of these is. Let me start off by saying, one, I'm going to remove the boot. Okay. Cool boot by Lulus. It is, I haven't lost a rhinestone on it yet. That could be because it stays under the bed with the Dust Bunnies, but cool boot. Also here are the leather gloves, which I told you that I was going to bring out, and we are. It's one of my outfit options. But before I go over the premise of this episode, I did tell you that the guys would be back. I have a thing where, like, I don't think that you should get rid of your Christmas decorations until after New Year's. And like my boyfriend the other day, or this was yesterday, I saw him. I came back from Charleston where I celebrated the holidays with my family. And so we were all excited to see each other. And we're going to have like a fun week in between Christmas and New Year's together. And we're stoked. So anyway, I've never used the word stoked. And so he came over and he was like, yeah, like I did some errands. Like I took the Christmas tree down, and I was like, you took the Christmas tree down? Oh, I knew something weird was, I could like see something in the screen, and I'm like, what is that black thing coming out of my arm? Is it a bug? It was a tag. We'll get to the outfit, but okay. So anyway, he's like, yeah, I took my Christmas tree down. I was like, you took your Christmas tree down? I'm like, no, Christmas trees stay up until after the new year. Like January 1st is the day you take your Christmas tree down at the earliest. So we're going to have to fix that for when we live together, me and him, which I didn't just like say that. We are going to move in together. So I might as well tell you now that as we step into 2024, you are going to see a new set of Dinner for Shoes. And I'm going to really miss some of this setting, but there are going to be some similarities, and that's the only clue I'll give you. Anyway, that's quite a way to start off 2024, and I have another confession to make. This episode is going to be kind of like a snack of an episode. It's called Candied Nuts and New Year's Eve, and we're going to get into the nuts, and we're going to get into them as far as eating them as well. Don't know if I'll be eating them with these leather gloves on, but I thought that made for a good snack because this is an episode where I am strictly utilizing you, my dear guests, to vote on what outfit I should wear for New Year's Eve. And I'm going to tell you where I'm going. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and how that all ties into like the nuts and the food and everything. But unfortunately, I'm not suggesting what you should wear for New Year's. I'm not giving you any advice. You are helping me because I'm desperate. And as most things do work out for me, I ordered a bunch of stuff that isn't going to get here in time for New Year's Eve. So I kind of like made do with what I had in my wardrobe, which I recommend anyone do. It's honestly a more ethically way of shopping and fashion in general. So if you do have some clothes in your closet that could work for New Year's, maybe you haven't worn them in a second, consider it. Why not? But regardless, that is going to be the premise here. You're going to see 3 different outfits that I'm super into, that I kind of scrounged up these pieces from my closet, and you're going to vote which outfit I should wear for New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, I am going to New York. I am going to Brooklyn. I don't have a very good geographical understanding of not just New York, anywhere. It's just social studies, geography, never my strong suit. So I know that this bar we're going to, it's called Skinny Dennis, And I know that we're going there and it's going to be fun. And I know that it's going to be the type of place where I walk in and everyone's like, why is she wearing that here? Because it's like a hole in the wall type bar. But that is what I love doing on New Year's. I love being like, what do you mean, what am I wearing? It's fucking New Year's. What are you wearing? A t-shirt? Like a beanie? Come on, get with the program. So I'm excited and I just want to know, I want to go all out, and all three of these outfits are going all out, which you'll see, but I just want you to choose and tell me which outfit you think I should wear. And it's really that simple. So all that means is that if you're watching this, 1, subscribe, and then 2, vote. You can vote for the outfit that you think I should wear on New Year's Eve in the comments of the YouTube video. That's preferable because it would just be great if like I could look all in one place for the 2 or 3 comments, so that I can like round them up. Hopefully it is an odd number, meaning that there is a clear winner. If not, I don't know what I'll do. But you're also going to be able to vote on Instagram and some of our other socials. So stay tuned for the voting. But I mean, it's going to happen right now. It's going to happen right now. Once you're done with watching me get into these 3 different outfits, you're going to get to vote. Anyway, I guess I'll break down the first look. I did choose to wear these gloves for the first look and do my look with the gloves for look 1 because I wanted to make things challenging for myself. And these leather gloves, they do not allow you to touch anything. They're not like screen sensitive, like techie. No. And so I just wanted to make things difficult for myself. I had to like take some pictures before this, and like I had to like press some buttons and record some videos, and I was, struggling. And so that was fun. That was fun. I love to struggle. And then I did tell you, I promised you, 1, that we would have a New Year's Eve episode, and 2, that I would bring out the leather gloves that I ordered to try. So I wanted to do that. And I just wanted this first shot to be proof that I deliver on my promises. I always deliver on my promises. Right, Bubby? Whenever I say I'm going to give you nummy, do I give it? I always give it. But I can't help it. If you don't like the dry food and you only eat the wet food, I can't help it. I still provide. Anyway, this outfit, let's talk a little bit about it. I'm going to give you the breakdown, and I'm going to tell you how I feel in it, because I feel like that could be an important part of your decision that determines whether or not I should wear this look, right? By the way, we're going to do the 3 looks first, and then we're going to go grab the nuts. Look 1. Look 1 is Zara. This little suit, this one sleeve suit. It's got tailored pants. They're baggy. I like that. One of my favorite details of the pants is that there's this little like button after you pull the belt through the loop. And I like that. I think that's a really cool detail. I do know that sometimes I'll wear a belt and like I'll have a lot of excess material depending on like what loophole I put it in, and then I'm like, what is this like flappy thing gonna do? Like, what could I do like with this? And this little button closure is the perfect answer. So I love the pants. I do, even though they're a little baggy, but I think that's good because it's comfortable. Also, all 3 of my outfits are black. I don't know why I'm going for black lately, but I am. And then the leather gloves, they're also by Zara, and same with these mesh boots, which I love. I think they're very cool. They kind of look like you're wearing a tight, but you're not. And I think that's kind of like, am I wearing a pant, a legging like Kim Kardashian, or am I not? You don't know because you can't see underneath my pants. Only my boyfriend can. Okay, so then finally, we are also accessorizing with this Betsy Johnson rhinestone clutch. It's been a favorite of mine for a while. Again, this is another really well-made product that has not lost a single shimmering rhinestone. It's got a lipstick graphic, pop art E on the one side, and then it's got the lip kind of going like, I don't know why I just shut my eye because you can't see this girl's eye, but I'm assuming that like if she's doing this with her lip, she's also going, because it was just hard for me to do this with my lip without going like, all right. And I usually use it on this side. I usually am sure to put the lipstick over here because I feel like I'm not a beauty girl, I'm not a lipstick girl, but I'm definitely a girl. So that is this look, and I will say that I feel comfortable in it. I'm a little bit, the boots are tall, they're a little hard to walk in, I'm not gonna lie, but they are comfortable because they're mesh, and I think that if you're wearing a heel, you may struggle no matter what. So it is what it is. And the only other thing is just that it feels a little loose over here. And there's kind of nothing I can do about that. My tit might pop out, but that's kind of like most of the outfits I wear, my tit might pop out. So I'm going to say, forget it. Who cares? Whatever. That's look 1. I'll be right back with look 2. And then, yeah, that will be look 2. So give me a sec. Okay. So here we are in look number 2. Look number 2 definitely dives right into my late obsession with tights. I know most people are obsessed with tights right now. I know I'm not alone here, but I will tell you that if you need a great tights brand, Sheertex is the best, is the breast. I was going to say best and great. I don't know what I was going to say there, but I said what I said. Anyway, Sheertex is a great tights brand. They don't rip. They are known for not ripping. All of the tights I wear in this episode are by Sheertex. My next outfit has tights too. And so these are the back seam tight. I love them. I always thought that if I wore a back seam tight, my legs are a little bit more athletic. And I have always historically had like just self-conscious thoughts about my thighs. And I always thought that if I wore a back seam tight, the seam would like go to either side of the thigh because the thigh would be too big and it like wouldn't just be in the middle. But this seam stays in the fucking middle. I love it. I did not expect to like these tights when I put them on. I am obsessed. Some have control tops, some do not. Some have like the darker, more supportive kind of like band around the thigh, and some don't. That's important just because you need to know what type of outfit you're wearing. If your dress or your skirt or whatever comes up to a certain length, you'll be able to see that contrast tight section. So you just got to make sure before you purchase. But I love Sheertex. So those are the tights. These are the back seam. I'm wearing shoes you may be familiar with. They are my Nina shoes, and I wore them for the holiday episode. I just thought they went really well with this look, and they kind of brought the shimmer all together from head to toe. This dress is this cool, I love a cap sleeve, this cool cap sleeve dress from Tossin. I am obsessed with it. I've always, whenever I wear a mini dress, I do feel like mini dresses could sometimes be a little bit too long on me, but I think that like, especially when I'm sitting and when I'm moving in this dress, I feel really comfortable, and it kind of has that like extra boning padding in the skirt to make it like cupcake style, which I just love. I think that that's like really festive and holiday. And surprise, surprise, I got my bag from Amazon. I needed a black bag. It literally just like opens and closes like a magnet. I needed a black bag last second for a wedding I was going to a long time ago, and I found this on Amazon for like $12. I'll try to find it and link it. Anyway, I like that it kind of has a bow, but also like a knot on each side. And bows are so in right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a bow as part of my looks, but yeah, I mean, I love bows. Bows are great, and I think that these are cute. And anyway, yeah, they're good enough. They're knots. They're knots, and if you put them both together, they'd be a bow. Hey. And I forgot to mention this in the last outfit, but this is important. No matter what, I definitely do want to wear this jewelry set that I'm wearing right now. It's a jewelry set with emeralds from Lauren Hope, and my boyfriend's mom gave them to me for Christmas, this little set that I love, love, love the way you can pull like these chains on the bracelet are kind of flexible chains almost, I'll say, so you can pull in the stopper to wherever you want so that the bracelet's totally adjustable depending on if you're wearing it with something else or if someone else is wearing it. It's just a nice adjustable bracelet, so you don't have to worry about it being too big if you gift it to someone, which is exactly what she did, and she has great taste. Also, part of the reason why I want to stick to this jewelry combination for New Year's Eve is because I have my emerald nails going on right now, and they're going to stay for New Year's Eve. They're doing their best to not crack, so we're going to, just highlight that as much as we can. So this is look number 2, and I did just pull, this is important, I just pulled my tight a bit when I leaned over with the bracelet, and it didn't break. So that's why sheer text is great. No matter what, it doesn't break. There can be pulls, but they won't break. There can be pulls, but they won't break. And they're very flexible. And yeah, I mean, any other tie would have ripped. That's what all I'm going to say. But I am the kind of person that's always like, you know, a little bit aggressive when I do things. And I don't mean to be, but I just am. So like not thinking about the fact that I'm wearing a bracelet and should not rub it up against my tight, you know, not thinking. Right, Kit? Never thinking. Trish, get in. Trish, come on. Trish is hungry, so she's waiting by her food bowl. Anyway, this is look number 2. If you like it, vote for it. I forgot to like call each of these looks something, but let's call the first one with the leather gloves. I think I need to think of what these are going to be called and put that in my caption. I think I can't do it on command. Something with like, it's an androgynous look. So it's like, but it's asymmetrical androgynous. Asymmetrical androgynous is look number 1. Okay. Look number 2 is mini dress mayhem. I don't know. It just came out. All right. Let's go get in look number 3. And I will be bringing over the nuts and we'll have a discussion about the nuts with look number 3. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is look number 3. And I know I did say that I was going to bring over the nuts, but I decided that I did some very careful thinking when I was getting dressed in look number 3. And I decided that I need your full attention on my 3 outfits so you can hear me out and make the best possible decision for me for what I wear on New Year's Eve. And then we will get to the nuts. I just don't want to distract you. I really need your help. So this look is, I actually totally forgot that I got this skirt. It's a sheer skirt, so you could see my tush. I like the naked trend. I've done it a couple of times and I have fun with it. So I definitely wanted to do that again at some point, and I forgot that this skirt allows me to do that. Now, what's really cool is that it's a sheer dot skirt. It's from Reformation. I am obsessed with the skirt. And I'm wearing it just over a plain bodysuit. Now, the tights that I'm wearing are also a sheer dot tight from Sheertex. So I'm going dots on dots. Dots on dots on dots on dots. And I love that. I think that that's like a fun little twist here. I'm wearing just my plain leather Salvatore Ferragamo pumps. They're very comfortable. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but Ferragamo pumps are great for a gal with a wide, ugly runner's foot, which we all know that I have. They are really, really good for that though. I'm not kidding. So if you like, and they're not made for a wide foot. So even if you have a narrow foot, I'm sure you could still find a pair that you love, but I just happen to have, I've always thought that I have a bunion, and I inherited that from Grandma Phyllis. And I just always thought like, oh, my foot would never fit into a pump. Well, lo and behold, these Salvatore Ferragamo beauties are phenom. And they're really comfortable to walk in. They're not high. They're a great height. So check out Ferragamo if you want to invest in a very good pump. Now, my bag is also by Nina. I just think that they make really fun, cute bags. And this ombre effect is like the anti-razzle-dazzle sequin bag, but it's still got that like fun flash. It's also got a really cool satin blue interior that I love. And as you can see, the purple ombre kind of turns into this like sea foam at the top, which I feel like brings the attention back to my emerald earrings. So I like this outfit too. I have to say comfort-wise, I think I'm most comfortable in the last two. So this one and the one before. I do think that wearing like a sporty neoprene-like bodysuit is very me because I'm very sporty. And then I've got the sex appeal going on with the sheer. I don't want to make it too obvious which one I'm leaning towards. So you just choose which your favorite is and don't let me sway you. Don't let me sway you. But what I will sway you with before we go is my nuts. Hold please. Okay, let me slip back into my Ferragamos. All right, so I know that usually we talk about the food and why I chose the food first, and then we get into the outfit and the clothes and my advice. But because this is a snack of an episode, I'm doing it a little differently, and I want to explain to you why nuts. Well, you're aware of Nuts for Nuts in the City, right? Those like nut carts, it's like an orange sign. It says Nuts for Nuts. They have coconut, they have almonds, they have cashews. I don't know if they have pecans. I know they have an assortment. They're amazing. I've always been obsessed with them. Me and my best friend Sasha, when we found out we were going to school in the city and we'd be close by each other, we would go into the city a lot, and we love nuts, and we would always get them, and we were like, we can make these. We can make these ourselves. So we looked up the recipe, which someone had posted online, and we kind of adapted it into our own thing. So these are like Sarah and Sasha's candied nuts, and it's such an easy recipe. It's literally 1 cup of nuts to a 1/4 cup of sugar to 2 tablespoons of water. That is it. And over the years, we've tried to like add some cinnamon, add a dash of cinnamon, add chocolate, like melted chocolate on top, add even sprinkles for the holidays. There is nothing as good as these regular old sugar-coated nuts. Now, I will say that it's very important that you don't want to get the pre-roasted nuts. You need to get a simple, unsalted, unroasted, organic nut. And that is going to hold the sugar when the nuts are caramelizing better than any other type of nut. What I'm doing today, just for the sake of, reviewing, is comparing my nuts to these honey roasted nuts that are store-bought. I just want to see what I think and what the difference is. Now, I grabbed these from my dad because my dad will eat like one of those big tins of nuts like all day long. I feel like that's a guy thing. I don't know. But he had these over Christmas, and there were just so many other delicious like snacks that we had and desserts that we had and that I had made over Christmas that I didn't even taste one yet. So this is going to be my first time tasting these store-bought nuts, and I'm going to compare them to mine. I'm not sure what I should eat first. Oh, I should also say that New York, another tie-in to New Year's is that the ball drops in New York, right? I'm going to New York for New Year's Eve. So this tie-in with the nuts from New York City is just like, that was completely my intention here with this snack of an episode, snack of a snack, yada, yada, yada. All right, first I'm going to try a cashew of my own. Oh, so good. Okay. I will tell you that I can taste the rawness of this Trish. Oh, she's in the litter box. I can taste the rawness of this pre-roasted nut. So I'm going to compare it to one of the cashews that, these are salty as fuck. Salty as fuck. I don't have almonds in mine. I only have pecans and cashews, but I'm going to try an almond of these. I see the appeal. All right. I get it. I get why the saltiness is. Okay, you don't like nuts? Not at all interesting. All right. The difference is plain and simple. It's so obvious what the difference is here. These are more of a salted bar nut. You're sitting at a bar and you're drinking, you want something like salty. These are more salty. These definitely have both salt and sugar. They're roasted with both. Mine are more of a candied nut. I just spit some sugar. I feel like I am literally tasting dessert. And especially on the pecans, it almost tastes like the start to a pecan pie, but just a tease. So my review is that mine are better. And I would be honest with you. I would. And I'm sure there are some candied nut store-bought brands that you can buy that are better than mine. But mine are good. I love them. They are a crowd pleaser. I make them whenever I have extra time before a holiday party, and people beg me for more. They're incredible. So I suggest that you do make them for your New Year's Eve party wherever you're going. Even if you're going to Skinny Dennis. Even if you're going to Skinny Dennis and you're going to see me there. And I hope I'm wearing the outfit you picked. But you can bring them in your bag if you're hungry. I mean, so easy. And then if you're hungry, you could just be standing there and being like, Nick, when are we going to go? Nick, when are we going to order pizza? That's what I do at every bar I've ever gone to. But yeah, so ultimately make these for your holiday party, but don't make them before you vote. I need to know what outfit I have to wear on New Year's Eve, and I need your help. She's got nuts in her bag, nuts in her head. She's nuts. Please help me out. We have a really exciting episode coming for you at the start of the new year. But before then, I need your help. Please tell me what to wear on New Year's Eve. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell them to vote, and I'll just be here with my nuts. I'll be here being nutty with my nuts.